Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Oh. Tita! Y'all, I don't have my thing with me. Caroline! Sorry, guys. Before. Welcome in, friends. I am I'm in an event today, so hopefully y'all will come and join me. Right now we're just gonna wait for our previous presenter to finish up, and then it will be my turn and we will go to crafting. Hello there. Hey, Miss Tanya. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Okay, so now that we're where we need to be, I was trying to figure out the order of these papers right quick, because I'm going to be using them, and I wanted to make sure that they were in the right order. You know what I mean? Actually have one that's already in use right there. We're gonna grab one of these as well. So how's everybody been doing? So today is Crafter's Choice, by the way. Y'all, me and my manners. So I am in the Creative Kinship event today, and it is Crafter's Choice. So I am going to be obviously creating something circus themed, if I can get my papers together. There's 5. Okay, so there's 5. I was wondering where 5 was. And then this one is 12 and 7. I only have one of this one. Okay, so let's try to figure this one out. 11, 12, 13, and then 14. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to be using some of these papers today. And forgive me if I miss any comments, because I just realized that I don't have my phone. And I was calling, but as usual, you know, the kids don't hear anything. Because of course, why would they, right? It's not their prerogative to be hearing what if mommy needs them or not, so it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to be using a few different papers here that are like good for a base because of the type of design with them. So we're going to make some tags and stuff out of them, and then we have these ones which are like borders and punches and stuff, and we'll use those to add to them and all that kind of stuff. So let me get my thing and we can start cutting. So how's everybody been? It's been a while since I've been in this group. It's always a pleasure to be able to be here. So as always, thank you so much for having me. I'm very grateful and I truly appreciate it. So biggest thing is I'm gonna trim off the tops here, you know, where the name of the paper is, the branding, because I don't want to have that. I want to get rid of that part. So we're just gonna chop that off because we don't need that. Just so we can have clean 12 by 12s. Hey there, Miss Yvonne. How are you, my sweet friend? Thank you so much for popping in. I truly appreciate you being here. If I'm missing comments, again, please forgive me because I do not have my phone with me. And, you know, sometimes what we see on one screen, you know, varies from what we see on the other. So I always try to have both up. And I realized I hit the go live button and didn't have my phone. So we're just gonna rock with it. Oh, I didn't do that. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so these are like I said, I'm working. I need to make some circus themed items, so we're gonna be making a few tags and some pockets. So what I was doing, I was cutting off the little part of the top, right? And now we're just gonna chop these up a little bit so that we can have some more, you know, manageable pieces. Okay, so this is a 12 by 12. Okay, so I am going to cut it up and I'm going to open this so that I can actually have and I can see where my 6 inches are. Because I want to be able to be sure that I'm going to get my measurements correct. Thank you. It is a circus from Graphic 45. I have become somewhat obsessed with their papers. They are very pretty. Really nice designs. Definitely some very good quality to them as well. Okay. Alright, so now I've cut these up and now I have, so now they measure 12 by 6 inches. So I'm going to do that to all of my papers. And with this one, my gosh, this one is directional. So this one, I'm gonna cut it this way. Don't think it's gonna make a whole lot of a difference, the direction, but we're gonna see. So I'm glad that everybody is doing well. I love it when my friends are well, you know, because we're always wanting our friends to be okay. And it's nice to be here and be crafting. I went on vacation and then I was sick because, of course, you know, we tend to always get sick when we go on vacation for whatever crazy reason that is. Go ahead and put that there. Hey there! 21 days! Yay! I know, right? It's awesome. I don't even know why well. How are you doing, my sweet Carla? Are you at work right now? Oh, you're home. Well, that's wonderful. That's always fun, right? It's always good when we can rest. Okay, so all I did was I cut a piece here at 3.5, or actually 2.5. Okay, so now this is 2.5 by 6, so that way I can make this is gonna be a slim tag. Okay, you can make it thicker if you want to. All right, and then this leaves me where I'm going to see if I can get a 6 by 6. You're just jumping in? How you doing, Miss Raven? That in 21 days I will be in Louisiana with Miss Carla. That's what she's talking about. Hey there, Miss Janet. Hey, that's actually a good that's a good schedule. Okay, so now I have a 6 by 6 and a 3.5 and a 2.5 piece. Okay, so I've got a skinny tag, I've got a chunkier type tag if I want to make it into a tag, and I've got a 6 by 6. Okay, so we're gonna work with that, and I'm gonna do that with each one of my papers. I know, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Hi there, Miss Yachty. How are you? How are you, my sweet friend? How is your new job going? Oh my gosh, I haven't asked you. I hope it's going marvelous. Actually, you know what? I want to make sure that I have Thank you for the sprinkles. I really do appreciate it. I forgot my phone, and of course none of the kids are listening to me, so I couldn't sprinkle myself out. So I really do appreciate y'all sprinkling me out. I am happy to hear that you are happy. Okay, that is important. So, you know, we're going to keep on praying that this is going to be a good fit for you, my friend. We are definitely going to be praying that this is going to be a good fit for you. Okay? Alright, so of course. I mean, you know, that's what we want, right? We want to be able to work in an environment where we feel welcomed, where we are appreciated, where we can do what we need to do for the children. So I totally understand it. Okay, I was going to use my scissors. And no rhyme or reason, I'm just going to cut, and then to make it even with the other side, I just am going to flip. So I cut this, and now I'm going to flip it. And that'll ensure that, you know, both sides are going to be the same. Okay? Or as close to the same as possible. So this is how you get around without, you know, measuring. Which, if y'all know, I'm not a huge measurer. Okay? What am I making? I'm just making some tags and some pockets today. I am making these for a event that is coming up that is going to be circus themed. So I was like, hey, this is Crafter's Choice today here in the Creative Kingship. I was like, this will work out perfect. That way, you know, you guys can tag along with me and we can create these together. We can chit chat. You know, otherwise I would still be here sitting down doing these. I'd just be doing them by myself. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Okay, so these are going to be skinny tags, right? Okay, and then we're going to make some chunky tags, and we're going to do the exact same process. We're going to take them, we're going to cut the edges, okay? So, and again, I'm just flipping it over so that way it's going to be as close to the same on both sides. Okay, we'll do it this way. Do it this way. Chop off these legs, and then we'll come over here and chop off these legs. So if you've never done your own tags, there's nothing wrong with buying the tags, but you can make your own tags. Yes, there's dies that can cut them out for you, but again, you can make your own. Alright? So that's what we're going to do. We're making our own. You know, they're going to be different and unique, one from the other, because I'm hand cutting these up. I'm not making them go through a machine with a die that cuts them to be exactly the same or any of that kind of stuff. You love this paper? Thank you. This is called Le Cirque. I guess it's French for the circus, by Graphic 45. Okay, so this is what they look like. I mean, we also have the back side. Okay, so skinny tags and some thicker tags. Alright, now with this one, we are going, this is a 6x6 that I have, and I actually want to, I want to fold it so that then I can make a pocket with it, okay? And I'm not going to measure. Yes, I'm sure that there is a way to do this by measuring, but I'm going to show you. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that these overlap, okay? So it has to overlap, all right? And then I'm just going to come down. Again, making sure that they're going to overlap. And then I'm just going to gently press, right? And then I'll come back with my bone folder and make sure that it is, you know, a good, which, talking about my bone folder, where is my bone folder? Because it's not in there. The one thing you don't want to lose. I found one. Okay, here we go. It's a plastic one. They're not made out of, you know, bones anymore. Okay. Alright, so this is what I have right now. Okay. I have where one is going to be slightly longer than the other so that it can overlap. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold over, okay, and I'm going to make sure that I come, and you can make these any size. Now, I did these with a 6x6. You can do it with any size paper that you have. I mean, if you want to do it with a 12x12, you can. It's going to be a very large pocket, okay? That's all I'll say. And these are great because you know, we'll be able to put, if I'm not mistaken, our skinny one will fit in just right. See that? See how cute that is? Okay. And I can leave it like this, okay? And I can I can glue it down here at the bottom, okay? You can also bring this up and tuck it over this way, but for right now, this one I'm going to leave as is. I'm just going to glue the bottom and here, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now once I find my glue. Okay, so it's a very simple pocket, right? Nothing complicated. And actually very easy to do. I put the glue on the wrong side. So, hey there, Miss Janet. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. So, for anybody who's popping in, I am in the Creative Kinship. It is Crafter's Choice today, and we are making different types. Oh, double-sided paper is always really fun to play with because now I have this contrast. So, there's my favorite frog. Hello, hello. How are you? All right, and so then again, you know, it's going to fit in there perfectly. enough for me to make a hole here and all the good stuff. And this is double-sided, okay? So we have one pocket down. You could glue these down if you want to, okay? Or you could leave them up. I mean, that's totally up to you. And then you can glue this into a journal anywhere. All right. Okay, so this is one. All right. So let's do the other one. Okay, so with this one, all right, that's the outside of it. Let me see what the back sides of these are. I think we'll put that one there. Now we'll do this one with this one, and we'll do the trapeze girls here. Okay. All right. So same thing. I'm going to bring my paper together. I'm going to make sure that it overlaps, right? Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, okay? And again, I'm going to put this down. Miss Amy! Hey, sweet friend. How are you? I need to see Miss Amy when I'm in Louisiana. So, okay. So we have a little overlap, right? And not, okay. So if I were to do it like this, you could see one side is a little bit longer than the other one, okay? I want it to overlap, right? And I want it to overlap because, let's see what side I want to bring. Because now we're going to fold. She is in Covington, Louisiana, which I told her was funny because I'm in Covington, Georgia. Glad to hear that you are doing well. You know, we're going to flip this. I don't know how far that is, but yeah, that's where she's at. Okay. I have changed my mind. And we're going to do it this way. I want to see the ladies. I want to see the ladies more. So I'm going to do it this way. Hey there, sweet Deb. How are you doing, my friend? How are you feeling? I hope you are doing so much better. And the hubs too, for that matter. But yeah, okay, so here we go. Did my fold. Alright, I have my overlap, and so now I can glue this down. I'm actually doing better. I'm really starting to get over this weird cold thing that I had going. So I'm very grateful for that part. Oh, come on, glue. My glue is not being helpful. We'll just say that. Oh, you are, and you're thinking of getting back at it. You talking about getting back into crafting? I would hope so, my friend. We miss you. But obviously, you know. Oh. No to the yeah, I know. Tell me about it. These weird cold things that have been going around could have honestly stayed to themselves, because I would have preferred not to have had a cold right after I got back. Oh, yo, I go on vacation, I come back and I get sick. Like, what in the world? At least I wasn't sick on my vacation, so I got to enjoy it. That was the good thing. I did find out that a sweet friend had passed away. Very sweet lady. So that was sad. But you're back. Yes. We miss you. But you've got to take care of yourself. That's the thing about it. You know, you cannot not take care of yourself. So. Thank you for following her. Oh, and Miss Amy also hosts events, so if you ever want to be in one of her events, it's called Crafty Friends Unite. So it's confusing me with mine. I think I might have to change the name of my group, because I'm getting confused. Which is not good. I'm getting confused. Yeah, that's definitely not a good thing. Don't be sorry, you're fine. Don't worry. Deb's been begging me to change the name to my group anyway, because she says it's too complicated and confusing. So I might just I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna call it, but okay. So here's the other one. Backside. There's the words to that one. Tease Foxy. Well, see, I'm thinking of doing a private group, and I think that's what I'm going to call the private group. So, again, taking it, and I'm going to fold it. I'm going to make sure that it overlaps. Yeah. We have similar group names. We live in this, and the cities we live in are the same name. It is very, very, very funny. It's one of those happy coincidences. I know, you've been telling me that. So I gotta figure it out. Alright, same concept, and then we're gonna fold. this part here is also how you make the fold for a t-shirt. So this is kind of like the beginning portion of how you would make a t-shirt. So if you ever looked into that, and if you do this part, you'll at least have this part down pat. Hello there, Miss Lisa. Hello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for being here. All right, let me find some glue that I can use. Why does this one have to be acting up today? Yeah, see, there you go. I actually need to try to get into some more events. I keep missing all the sign-ups. Keep missing all of the sign-ups. I'm just grateful that I have crafty friends that will reach out and be like, hey, we have a space open. Are you available? Would you like to be part of it? Because I miss the polls. So, you know, that's actually how I was able to make it on here. I've told Miss Tanya and I've told Miss Wendy, hey, you know, I may miss y'all's polls, but if you ever need, you know, to fill in gaps or whatever, message me. Because I may not honestly have not seen your poll. But many times I am available. So, same goes for you, Miss Amy. If you ever need anybody, just message. Because half the times I'm available. Story of your life missing poll. This is why I message you. Because I know that. I know how you are, my friend. So I message you and I'm like, hey, would you like this spot? It's the story of your life too, Miss Renee. I get it. Actually, talking about polls, I need to make some polls for July and for August for my group. Alright, so here we go. Again, you can glue these sections down if you want to. That is totally up to you. We can have the elephants or we could do the stripes. Either one works for that. Okay? Alright, now we can do the exact same type pocket, you know, just larger for the larger tags. Okay? Or we can just do something completely different. So let's look at something. What am I making? Right now I am just, so I was making the pockets for the tags that I cut. So I had 12 by 12s and I cut them down. I made, I cut them in half. So I have a 6 by 12 and then I cut it in half again. So I had the 6 by 6 to make the pocket, and then the remaining 6 by 6 I cut it in what did I do? 2/3 and 3/3. No, 2.5 and 3.5, so that I could have the skinny and the wider tag. And then now I have this other paper, and so we're going to make something else with this one. Okay. So I'm gonna make this paper. Oh, you are so sweet, Miss Deb. Thank you. So the paper was originally 12 by 12. Your typical scrapbook, cardstock paper that you think of, a 12 by 12. That's what I started with, okay? But you are quite right, Deb. I am very flexible, and I actually, I'm very grateful that I am very flexible, thanks to being able to not have a normal 9 to 5 job. So as long as I'm not doing something where the kids need me, or trying to run my sale crafty supply business, I'm pretty flexible. Okay, now this one I'm doing a little bit different. Go ahead. So this one I'm going to do a little bit different, okay? So this was the 6 by 12, and I'm actually going to overlap slightly different, okay? Because I'm going to make like a, well, you'll see here in a second what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make another type, another pocket. Okay. And so we're going to fold just a tad bit different. Just make sure I'm doing it the right way. I think I am. So I haven't done this one in a while, so. I might have folded this wrong, but we'll make it work. It'll be fine. So yeah, so I needed to make it just a tad bit smaller to where both ends actually touched, but it'll be fine. This will just be a slimmer piece. It'll be okay. It'll work. So I'm going to again glue my edge so I have a pocket right there. You can also add a piece of paper, which, you know what, we'll do that to give me another type of pocket there. Okay, let me grab this and let me go ahead and glue this side down. So all we're doing is, hello Miss Susan, hello. So all we're doing really is just cutting and folding paper and making things that we can use to add into journals. You could fill like this pocket here that has like the 2 different pockets in it. You could actually fill this with like little ephemera pieces, and you can mail it. I told you, if I can, I will do it. I will jump in and I will help. I may be winging it like no tomorrow, but I'll be there. Thank you. Okay, so I mean, this size pocket will actually fit this larger one, which will be great. So we can actually use that if we wanted to. And then on this side, let me see. see if this is long enough. That is not long enough. Yeah, we can put that there. So, alright, and this comes with this paper collection, and it's just paper punch outs. They're like borders, so we're actually going to use one of these to our advantage. Okay, we're actually going to use this. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna do that. Okay. Do you love the paper? Oh, thank you. It is a really nice paper pad. I agree. I agree. Okay. It was payday today, so, well, tomorrow for Gare, so I'm gonna be getting me some more glue. Because I can't be working like this. Like I said, just message me. Most times like I said, most times I am available. The only, you know, only times that it's a little bit hard for me is Tuesday during the day, mainly because that's the day that Caroline usually has therapy, and it's in Atlanta. But other than that, I mean, if it's later that evening or afternoon, I can hop on. You can ask my sweet friend Deb, because she's messaged me on a Tuesday and I was just relaxing and chilling. I'm like, sure, I'll hop on. I'll help. So yeah, so that goes for any of my friends. If y'all need me, just message me. Like I said, for the most part, yeah, I'm available. I'm not the biggest fan of Fabri-Tac or the 3-in-1 for just paper. I mean, I personally prefer some other type of glue. Okay. Alright, so now we have a functioning pocket right there. I don't have a small one, but you know, you can fit stuff in here now if you wanted to. Okay, If you don't want them this deep because it's, you know, very deep, you just, you know, shorten how tall your paper is, and that way, you know, it's not as deep and you can put smaller things inside. But there we go. That's one. Where'd my other paper go to? Okay, let's try to do this one better. So do I have any friends in the Pennsylvania area? I know Deb's up in New York, but I wonder if anybody is in like the Pennsylvania area. Okay. Nerves of Steel. Ooh, who was the man with the nerves of steel? Oh, I'm sure there are too. The question is who? Pennsylvania, more specifically Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And the reason why I ask is because I'm looking at going to a craft retreat where I may actually be teaching. You're banging on the dishes. Oh, Miss Rhonda. Well, hello. Welcome in, sweet friend. I am glad that you are here. I'm sorry that, you know, FB wants to be its regular crazy self. But thank you for being here. Today, we are, I guess, playing origami because we're just playing with paper and folding paper. But not making shapes. We're making pockets. And I have like 7 minutes left before we are going to send y'all over to Raven with Craftifornia Dreaming. I was about to say the name of the song. I always think of the song when I want to say her craft page name. But yeah, so okay. So again, we have this really cool double pocket. If you wanted to do it this way and just do a larger single pocket, you can, okay? But all we're doing is flipping it and going this way. Today, this is an event. Yes, it is. It is an event with the, oh my gosh, I had it at the tip of my tongue. Creative Kinship. With Miss Tanya. She hosts the event. That is her group. And it is just, it is a crafter's choice. And like I said, she messaged and asked if I was available to fill in, and I was like, sure. It's like I was gonna be, you know, crafting and creating some things anyway, so why not do it with some friends? That way we get to chit chat, we get to visit with each other, while I was gonna be here at my desk doing this stuff anyways, right? And that way I was able to help fill in a gap for them. They still have Miss Raven, who's coming on at 9 o'clock. And then after her is Miss Tanya at 10. And then Miss Wendy, Dusty Granny, she will be on at 11. You do her events sometimes? Yeah. She's a sweetheart. Alright. And see, if I wanted to, I could, and with this one, I could fit, you know, I could even fit 2 if I wanted to. 2 big, large tags if I wanted to. Now that I actually folded it properly. I was off by like 2 millimeters, if you see that. But other than that, I got it folded pretty much where I needed it. Again, you can glue down this portion here if you want to, or you could leave it open. That's completely up to you. Okay. So there's that one. And then last but not least, let's do our elephant page. Again, you can measure this, you know, so it's 12. So and divide it into 3 sections, so that means you're gonna do it at 4, 4, and 4, right? You could also do it this way. Either way. But yeah, you could measure it, you know, like I said, 4, 4, and score it at 4. Totally do that as well. You know, this is your craft. There's no, you know, right or wrong. If you want to measure, you can measure. If you want to eyeball it, you can eyeball it. I'm an eyeballer. I don't really measure all that much. I mean, from time to time I will, but it's not my thing. And like I said, this is very simple folds, right? You can do this with any paper, especially papers that have like those very busy prints, or it's one of those pages like the ones that come with like that one large image, and you're like, what am I gonna do with this 12 by 12 page that's in the pack, you know, when we buy the pad, and it's like this odd page that we like, it's too big to craft with, it's, you know, all you could really do would be frame it. Well, you can make pockets with it. It'll be perfect for that. Okay, so I'm just going to finish to glue this one, and it will be complete for and you know, and then I'll probably just decorate it. I'll add some little things, maybe some tickets and stuff like that, since it's, you know, circusy. But I wanted to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I want to make sure that we finish up on time so that you guys go and look for Raven. Make sure that you are following the Creative Kingship. It is a free event group, okay? I know that Mondays many times they have events, but they have events on like different days. And she does a lot of collaboration events with the Dusty Granny. So make sure that you are following. Thank you so much. Use those 12 by 12s that you're not sure what you're going to do with them. Like I said, we all have those. If you buy paper pads, we all have those pages that we're like, what am I going to do? Make pockets with them. Okay, they're great for that. All right. I'm just using these papers because I need to have circus themed items. So, but thank you so much. I love y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And until I see you again, my friends, ciao. Be blessed. Be kind. I love y'all.